what is an insurance? In simple terms, it's a legal arrangement wherein a party will pay a premium, and in exchange, the insurance company will agree to compensate the insurance party for any losses, liabilities, or damages that may arise from any events that is accounted in that insurance policy. Based upon the type of insurance, it could be either a damage to a property, a natural disaster, injury to a personnel, or could be a death to anyone. Okay, so in summary, I would say that the purpose of insurance is to transfer the risk of financial loss from the insured to the insurer. The next phase I'm going to discuss or explain about what is the significance in construction industry of the insurance and why the stakeholders involved in a construction contracts is required to procure the insurances. This is basically due to the to ensure the compliance with the laws as well as to ensure the compliance with the contracts. In some countries, especially in Middle East, there are certain insurances that are mandated by law. For example, in United Arab Emirates, you are not legally allowed to execute a construction contract unless you have a workman insurance or workman compensation insurance is in place. Similarly, in construction contracts, the most of the construction contracts, especially the FIDIC-based construction contracts, have specific requirements stated regarding the insurances. This will ensure that all the stakeholders involved in the construction contracts has adequately covered under insurance, so that in case of any occurrence of any undesirable event, it will not cause any financial burden on them, which will eventually affect their performance of works as well as the progress of works. So to oversee or to cover this risk, the contracts are mandated to have the insurances in place. Okay, so now I'm moving on to the next slide, which is the type of insurances. These are the some of the common insurances that will be applied in the construction contracts. The first one in this list is workman slash employers liability insurance. So this insurance is intended to cover the liability which will may arise due to the injury, disability, or death happen to its employees of a company while under the employment. As I said earlier, this is mandated by law. As per the UAE law, the limit of liability for this insurance is $1 million, which is equivalent to 3.67 million UAE dirham. If it is a project based workman compensation insurance, the validity of the insurance will commence from the commencement date of the project and it will last till the expiry of defects notification period. The next insurance in the list is plant and equipment insurance. So, plant and equipment insurance, as the name signifies, this insurance is intended to cover the losses due to the damage to the plant and equipment the contractor is mobilized to the site with the intention to execute the works. So, for example, like say excavators, cranes, generators, or any other high duty equipment which will be used by the contractor at site will be covered under the plant and equipment insurance. Usually, the coverage value of the plant and equipment insurance will be the full replacement value of all the plant and equipment accounted in that specific insurance. Like the workman compensation insurance, as I said, if it is a project-based insurance, this will remain valid from the commencement date till the expiry of defects notification period. Now, the next insurance we are going to discuss or I'm going to explain is about the third party liability insurance. The third party liability insurance will give the protection to a company from any claims or liabilities that may arise from the damage to a property or a plant of a third party or a personnel who is not employed by that specific company due to the actions or operations of that company in the project. Okay, so similar to the previous insurances I explained, this also should remain valid from commencement date to the expiry of defect notification period, provided that it is specifically procured for a project. The next insurance I'm talking about is a motor vehicle insurance. Motor vehicle insurance is a very common insurance, and I'm pretty sure that everyone in this forum is well aware of this motor vehicle insurance, which is commonly used. And in the construction projects, motor vehicle insurance will be provided to give the coverage for any damage that may happen to the vehicles used by the contractors or any other stakeholders for their site operations, as well as to commute their personnel from and to the site for the in relation to the project works. This insurance also, if it is a project based one, will have the validity period from the contract commencement date till the expiry of project defects notification period. The next one is professional indemnity insurance. So professional indemnity insurance usually will give the coverage to a party who are providing the professional services, like say design services, design consultants, or cost consultants. This will give the coverage for the liabilities that may arise from the error or negligence of the professional services being carried out by these professional companies. Besides that, for contractors, if they have any design responsibility within the construction contracts, they will also require to procure the professional indemnity insurance. Usually the professional indemnity insurance will remain valid till the services insured has been completed, with an extended reporting period of 5 to 10 years. The value of the professional indemnity insurance, or the limit of liability in the professional indemnity insurance, usually varies from 10 to 12% of the project value. The next insurance I'm going to talk about is construction all risk insurance. The construction all risk insurance is intended to cover any damage to the works being executed. Based upon the project conditions or the contract condition, this will either be procured by the contractor or the employer. This will remain valid from the commencement date of the works till the expiry of defects notification period. Usually, upon the expiry of defects notification period, the construction all risk insurance will be replaced by the property insurance. The value of the construction all risk insurance will be the total value of the project plus cost of demolition and removal of the debris. So these are the major insurances that will be used in the construction industry, especially in the context of Middle East projects. Now I'm going to explain about some of the general terminologies that you will see upon reviewing any of the insurance policies. The first one is the insured. The insured means is the party who will be the beneficiary party within an insurance, and who will get the compensation from the insurance company in the event of an insurance claim. The second one is about the coverage. The coverage of an insurance policy will specify what type of insurance it is and the extent of the coverage it has been accounted therein. For example, if it is a workman compensation, it will specify that it is a workman compensation for that specific company and whoever is employed by that company. The next terminology you will see, it's a period of insurance. The period of insurance specified in an insurance policy is signifies the period of validity of that insurance. So it will have a commencement date of that insurance policy, as well as the expiry date for that insurance policy, and there will be some terms and conditions for the extension of the validity of this insurance. The next terminology is limit of insurance / limit of liability. This means the maximum amount of, or the maximum amount an insurance party can claim from the insurer in the event of a insurance claim that may generated under that specific insurance. It will be expressed either in aggregate or per occurrence. The next terminology you will see in insurance is deductible. Deductible means is the amount that an insurance or insured party will be obliged to pay to the insurance company in the event of an insurance claim. Based upon the premium what the insured party has paid, the deductible amount will get increased or decreased. But usually, almost all the insurance policies will have a deductible amount accounted therein. Now, apart from the general terminologies, you will also be able to see some special terminologies accounted in some of the insurances. These are not common terminologies, but in some of the insurances, you will be able to see it. The first one is waiver of subrogation. Waiver of subrogation means if a waiver of subrogation clause is included under insurance in favor of one company, that means the insurance company will not be able to sue this company or to recover any amount from that company, even if that company is culpable or accountable for. So, to have a waiver of subrogation clause in an insurance policy, the whoever is taking that insurance policy need to pay an extra premium. The next special terminology that you might see in an insurance policy is the cross liability clause. So, what is a cross liability clause? If an insurance policy covers more than one insured party, that means in normal circumstances, one party will not be able to make a claim against other party who is also featuring in the same insurance. However, if a cross liability clause is included, in that case, a party insured under the same insurance can make a claim against the other party who is also featuring in the same insurance, considering that a cross liability clause has been included. So in that case, the both parties will be considered as separate, even though they have insured under a same policy. The third is a primary clause. The primary clause will kick in where there is more than one insurance has covered either a project or a plant or any other matter. So the insurance policy which has the primary clause will be liable to give the compensation in case a insurance claim has been arisen. So these are the terminologies and the insurances what I'm intended to discuss in this session. I hope that this session is useful for all the people attended. So with this, I want to conclude this session.